My name is Russ Palmer, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to say something today that might make you think I'm a little out there, but please just hang with me. That high volume argument you had last night, the fight, I just want you to know your partner wasn't there for most of it. I mean, I don't mean they left the room, but I do mean the person you were arguing with, the one that said that thing and did that thing and shut down or blew up or walked away. That wasn't really your partner. That was their nervous system. And yours was doing the exact same thing to them. There's a state the human brain goes through when it's under a perceived threat. Now, psychologists call it a sympathetic state, which I find ironic because you will find no sympathy in that state. I simply call it the primal state. Either way, here's what happens. It shuts down curiosity, it shuts down empathy, it shuts down sympathy, and it shuts down the part of your brain that can actually hear your partner. And it turns on something else entirely. What we know as a fight, flight, or freeze response. Oh, and there's fawn, which is where you go quiet and agree with everything and then resent the hell out of your partner afterwards. Anyway, here's the part almost nobody knows. You don't choose to go there. Your nervous system shoots you there faster than conscious thought, faster than intention, certainly faster than love. So, what happens in couples? Well, person A says something. Person B's nervous system interprets it as a threat. Person B goes primal. All sorts of cool behaviors come rolling out, from screaming to defending to throwing things or slamming the door on the way out. Person A watches their partner suddenly become something they don't recognize, and person A's nervous system interprets that as a threat. And voila, now you have two primal nervous systems in the same room. Neither one is capable of actually hearing anything. We call this a fight, but actually it isn't a fight. It's just two alarm systems going off at the same time. Nobody wins an argument between two alarm systems. Seriously, nobody. The best you get is clean up in aisle 3. Here's where this gets interesting. Every single one of us developed our primal triggers from somewhere, from the home we grew up in, from the relationships we watched, from the moments that just taught us what was safe and what wasn't. And we call these our normals. And this normal is a baseline of behaviors or thresholds we absorbed before we were old enough to even question them. And when two people with completely different normals try to build a life together, it's inevitable that those normals will collide. And it's not because either person is wrong, or it's not because the relationship is really broken. It's because two different operating systems are trying to run one life, and nobody wrote an integration code for that. That collision, I call it the clash of normals, is the root of almost every recurring argument I've ever seen in a relationship. So, what changes when you understand this? Well, actually everything. Not overnight, but seriously everything. Because the moment you can look at your partner in the middle of a hard moment and think, they're not attacking me, their nervous system is in threat response. They're really just trying to put down a threat. Something really shifts. You go from reactive to curious. And curiosity is the single most powerful relationship tool that exists. Couples who stay connected through conflict don't fight less. They don't have better communication skills, and they don't have more compatible personalities. They do have the ability to stay curious when everything in their brain is screaming for them to shut down. That ability has a name. I call it coupling, and it can be learned. Now, if you're watching this and recognize yourself or your partner in any of what I've just described, I want you to do one thing. Click the link. I've built a program called The Way of Coupling, specifically for this, for people who are tired of the loop, for people who just want to understand what's actually running underneath their conflict and build something that really works. There are 4 different entry points, really depending on where you are. Whether you're just starting out, if you are, congratulations, there is foundations. There is rapport if you're stuck in a pattern and looking for a way back to each other. If you're trying to recover from something that broke pretty badly, we have repair after rupture, or we have rebuild self for those of you who are going through a breakup or the breakup is over and you're interested in rebuilding all on your own. One of them is right for you. Click the link and find out which one, because you're not fighting your partner, and now you know what you're actually fighting. Let's do something about it. Check out The Way of Coupling.